बाकी म्यूट कर दो।
हेलो हेलो
चालू है। हेलो
Hello.
Hello. Asto ma sadgamay, tamso ma jyotirgamay, mrityor ma amritam gamay, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Lead me from the untruth to the truth. Lead me from the darkness to light. Lead me from death to immortality. Om, peace, peace, peace. From this line, I would like to welcome you all on the International Conference of Emerging Trends in Artificial Intelligence and Smart Systems with CSI. The International Conference on Emerging Trends in Artificial Intelligence and Smart Systems is being organized by the Computer Society of India, Jabalpur chapter, in collaboration with the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, AKS University, Satna. Artificial intelligence has created a revolution in every aspect of human life. Techniques like machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, and robotics are applied in various domains to ease human life. Recent years have witnessed tremendous growth of artificial intelligence techniques and their revolutionary applications in the emerging smart city and various automation applications. TEEETAS-2022 will provide a global forum for sharing knowledge, research, and recent innovation in field of artificial intelligence, smart systems, machine learning, big data, etc. This conference will focus on the quality work and key experts who provide an opportunity in bringing up innovative ideas. The conference theme is specific and concise in terms of development in field of artificial intelligence and smart systems. Now, I request our prominent guest for the lamp lighting ceremony. I request Dr. Santosh Vishkarma, sir, Chairman CSI Jabalpur chapter, please, sir. Engineer Anand Kumar Sony, Pro Chancellor AKSU, Shri Arvind Nayak, Eminent Member CSI National Nominee Committee, Mr. Jiten Kulkarni, Vice Chairman CSI Jabalpur chapter, Dr. Ashish Mishra, Secretary CSI Jabalpur chapter, Dr. R.S. Tripathi, sir, Pro VC AKSU, Dr. R.N. Tripathi, sir, OSD AKSU, Engineer R.K. Srivastava, sir, Engineering Administrator AKSU. Madan, sir.
Sir. ओम मानो भद्रः क्रतवो यन्तु विश्वतो दुग्धाशो अपरिहिताशो उद्भिता देवन्नां भद्राशु मतिर्योतं देवानामायुः प्रतिरन्तु जीवशेतान् पूर्व्या निवेद्याहो महेभ्यं भगमेत्रमदितिन्दाक्षमसधं मरमणं वरुणगङ्गसोमं अश्विना सरस्वतीना शुभगामयस्करथ तन्नो भवातु मयो भवातु भेषजन्नतन माता पृथ्वी तत्पिताधौ तद्ग्रामाणः सोमसुतो मयो भुवजस्विनः तमिशानं जगतोष च पूषान्नो यथवेद साम सद्वृद्धे रक्षितः पाथुर्दब्धा स्वचये स्वसिन इन्द्रो सर्वाः स्वसिन पूखा विश्ववेदा स्वसिनस्ताक्षर्यो अरिष्टनेमि स्वसिनो बृहस्पति दधातुः प्रसदस्वामरुतः प्रश्निमातरः शुभ्यावानो विवत्थे सुजगं विघ्नजिह्वा मनवः शूरचक्षुषो विश्वेनो देववशागमन्ये भद्रं कर्णेभ्यः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमाच्छविरजत्रा स्थिरैरङ्गस्तुष्ट्वा गुंगसस्तनुभ्रीवशे महि देवहितयदायुः सतमिन्नन्नो सरदौ अन्ति देवत्रानसग्राजरसन्नुनां पुत्राशो यत्र पितरा भवन्ति मानो मध्यारिष्टः युगरगन्तो आदितिदहुरन्तिरन्तरिक्षगुंगशीष्णुर्धोषमवर्तत पब्ध्याभूमिचा श्रोत्था लोक अकल्पयन् या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शोभ्रवस्त्राम्रता या वीणां वरदाण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना हस्ते ब्रह्मच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता क्षमां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेषजाड्यापः ॐ गजाननं भूतं गणाधिसेवितं कपितं भूबलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकम् ॐ शङ्खचैकदन्तशक्लोकचकर्णकाः लम्बोदशविक्टो विनाशो विनायका धूम्रके दुर्गणाध्यक्षो भालचन्द्रो गणः द्वादशैतानमान्यः पठिशृणुयादपि विद्यारम्भे वाहे च प्रवेशो निर्गमित सङ्ग्रामे सङ्कट च विघ्नसुनयादि अभीप्सितपुष्ट्या सुरासुरै सर्वविघ्नस्तस्मै गणाधिपते नमो नमः वक्तृणं महाकाय कोटि सूर्यसमाप्रभः निर्विघ्नं कुर्मदेव सर्वकार्य सर्वदा ओम सरस्वते नमो नमः। ठीक।
I request all the prominent members to please come on the stage, sir. Dr. Santosh Vishkarma, sir, Engineer Kumani Sony, sir, Shri Arvind Nayak, sir, Mr. Jiten Kulkarni, sir, Dr. Ashish Mishra, Dr. Arun Tripathi, sir, Dr. R.S. Tripathi, sir, Engineer R.K. Srivastava, sir. Please come on the stage.
I request the Shubha to introduce department AKS. Students have said IIT,
अनफॉर्चुनेटली हमारे स्टूडेंट की विजिट अभी IIIT नागपुर तक नहीं हो पाई है. बेसिकली आई एम फ्रॉम महाराष्ट्र, मी नागपूरचाच आहे. ओके, सो इफ you are inviting us, then our students are willing to visit IIIT Nagpur, and we are interested to make any sort of association either related to faculty or credit system or student visit or learning of any course. We are always open because we are private university. We can take any credit system from you. So we want to associate with you and want to be part of your university also. So thank you very much for coming over here. I think technology is now supporting with us. This is nothing but a collaboration of wind and महाकौशल. ये संतोष कुमार विश्वकर्मा सर ने ये वर्ड्स गूगल मीट में कहा था. ये बहुत ही जबरदस्त टर्म था. जब मैंने इस टर्म को देखा तो हमने अपने आप को बहुत बड़ा पाया कि हाँ, हमारे पीछे भी कोई है जिनका हमारे साथ सपोर्ट है. सो आई एम स्टार्टिंग ऑफिशियल प्रेजेंटेशन विथ PPT. So this is Dr. Akhilesh, head of the department Computer Science and convener TEETAS-2022. I am welcoming on behalf of AKS University to all of you participants as well as our students. Now, it's my responsibility to introduce AKS University also in terms of some pictures. So let us moving on. AKS stands for Amicable Knowledge Solution, as Tripathi sir already told us. So this is nothing but a knowledge hub in Vindh region. We have blessings of Chancellor B.P. Sony sir, who is father of engineer Anand Kumar Sony. His motto is to motivate student and develop a student comprehensively in the field of edu courses. I think sabhi sectors we have touched, and all these sectors running courses in diploma, undergraduate, postgraduate and research level. Our tagline is the university with difference, and these are the parameters which makes us difference in the world. We are concentrating on moral education. We are providing technical advancement in our syllabus. We are having various vocational and industrial training program. We did different MOUs with industries and organizations. We have secure campus with around 1200 plus cameras, which is really working, and smart city schemes, they are also concentrating and see what is our vision towards IT. The great part with us is our own software development cell from last 10 years. Even we are associated for society also. We are providing additional features as extension for society, which are Rave training program provided by agriculture, different harvesting programs, incubation center techniques, health safety techniques, and we are always ahead to learn digital awareness and teach digital awareness to rural persons. Most prominent slide of this session is we are having 300 plus company associated with us. They are recruiting students in different courses and domains. Up to last 22 years, we have transformed around 30,000 students. Of course, we have begun our journey from Rajiv Gandhi College, and now we are at AKS University with us. This is the slide which shows our infrastructures. No doubt one side cannot show the all infrastructures, but we are having best labs and in laboratory infrastructure and library infrastructure. Please visit there. It is the platform where we are arranging lot of conferences, conclaves, webinars, seminars, symposiums, and so on. We are not ahead in academics. Now we are best in cultural activities and tech fest also. As Subhadra madam already told us, we are visiting students with industries and academics. So these are the most important part for student. It is a platform which shows that we are based in IT. We are having our own AKS Meet like Google Meet and Zoom platform. We are having our own server mechanism in which we are storing and broadcasting around 60 to 70,000 videos, video lectures in a semester. That is a great part from our side. Student can connect course-wise. We have IUMS system, University Management System, which is in two portion, in web portal as well as in Android domain also. This is all about my session. I am again welcoming you in TEEETAS 2022. Please enjoy this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for a very nice introduction. On the way, now I request our guest of honor, Dr. Santosh Vishwakarma, sir, to give his welcome address. He is a prominent member and recognized as major advisor and co-advisor of PhD degree program of Padmpad Singhania University, Udaipur, as well as Amity University, Gwalior. He is also the reviewer of various international journals and conferences, member of EXCOM Committee IEEE MP subsection. He is also appointed as a faculty with GATE Forum. He is an IIT Bombay Remote Center Coordinator in Gyan Ganga Institute of Technology, Jabalpur, and many more. Sir.
So thank you for this introduction. So good morning all. I hope I am audible properly. Okay. So respected members on the dais, respected faculty members of the dais, faculty members of AKS University Satna, and dear students. So first of all, Computer Society of India Jabalpur chapter express its gratitude towards the management of AKS University Satna and especially Engineer Shri Anant Kumar Sony sir for being the university partner for this international conference. Let's have a big round of applause for this. So I'm very happy to share the information regarding this international conference in front of you all. And let me categorize the entire information into three parts. The first is pre-conference, next is the current day, and what else we are going to plan after this conference. So CSI Jabalpur chapter is as old as CSI is. Almost from 55 years, we have been very vibrant and active chapters. And we are blessed to have very prominent members from Jabalpur city. And it's my privilege to name all of them and being their past chairman also. So we have Dr. Manish Chaube sir, Engineer Shri I.S. Rupraji, Dr. Vibin Dhagad sir as the past chairmen of CSI Jabalpur chapters. And they have played an extraordinary role in terms of uplifting CSI Jabalpur chapter. And the vision of CSI Jabalpur chapter is to promote professionalism, to go for networking, to promote student membership, to promote student chapters. And we have been very active in organizing different events, such like conferences, workshop, symposium from last few years. So we thought after the pandemic, we thought that we are missing with such a repute event. So finally, we plan this conference. I hope it has been planned in August. It has been started from August 2020, everything on the documentation part. And in September, we have initiated the website. And gradually we have grown up adding members, adding reviewers, promotings. So this thing happens, and the motive was that we must provide a forum where we can have very good numbers of papers, standard numbers of papers, and quality papers. So that forum is based on certain organizing this kind of events. But the issue was what was the title and theme of conferences. So we have gone through a very analytical review process and we brainstorm on different aspects. and we end up with TEETAS. As you can see, I hope if you can just cut down the entire word, chop down the entire thing. So it starts with TEETAS, which is emerging trends in artificial intelligence and smart systems. So this was a buzzword, and we think that it's quite okay to go ahead with this. And I'm not going to have so much on this topic because I hope Dr. Pooja is there, and she will be covering up many topics on AI and smart system. Just after this inaugural, we'll have a keynote of Dr. Pooja. So I'm very eager to listen about all those things. So TEETAS, we started, we plan. And finally, one of our member, Dr. Mahesh, he suggested that we can prefix with THE. So just going through the prefix THE, we have the word TEETAS, and which seems to be a very famous keyword. So that was the origin of this conference. And that started from August 2021. Now, we sign first MOU with Stack Guru Solutions to provide the backend support for this international conference. There was a major issue of the publisher because we want to keep the standard of this international conference. And this is not going to be the one and only one conference in this field. What we wish that it may go ahead with multiple versions, and we may add up more number of institutes and more number of researchers also. So we sign the MOU with EAI as, yes, you can see in that flex also. So EAI stands for European Alliance for Innovation. This has been a very prestigious publisher, and it belongs to European Union Digital Library, which we say EUDL, and all the papers which is going to be present and which is going to be published is going to be an open series. So every paper will be available on the open domain. And as we started with this, once this has been confirmed, so we started promoting the conference. It was not so speed up, but at least 2 or 3 months we tried our best with all the efforts of CSI Jabalpur chapter that this may get propagated with pan-India and across the nation also. But believe me that the real punch happened when we have been isolated with AKS University Satna. As soon I contacted Dr. Akhilesh, and with the support, with the permission of Anand sir, it has been collaborated with AKS University Satna, so it got exponential growth, and the promotion as well as getting the papers has been grown up like anything. So this is one of the real punch that we have with associating with AKS University Satna. Now once the promotion has been started, so we have used a very fair system for the review process, and we have gone through the Easy Chair conference management system, and we followed that there must be a double review process. At least one paper should be assigned to 2 or 3 reviewers, and that has been followed. And as per the MOU we have signed with EAI publisher, it was one of the conditions that the acceptance rate should be below 50%. And as far as the today's status is concerned, we have acceptance rate less than 30%. So this makes that the conference is valuable, and obviously all the papers are going to be very reputed. I am very happy to state that we have received papers from 8 countries. And let me name the countries also. It's Bangladesh, China, Ethiopia, Germany, Kenya, and Oman. So we have received paper, and obviously by default India. So we have received paper from this, and total 184 papers has been received till the closing date for this conference. And I hope that all of you, all students, faculty members may be joining with the keynote session as well as the technical sessions, so we can see how people are going to apply AI in different domains and what about the smart systems. So I look forward that all of us may be joining the technical sessions also, encouraging the presenter and the authors also. We have been we have estimated with more number of speakers, but due to lack of time, we settled down with 5 eminent keynote speakers. So I wish and I thank Dr. Pooja Jain. She accepted the proposal for physically present here, and we look forward to have your keynote session. We have Dr. Rajveer Singh Shekhawat sir as a keynote session today itself, Dr. Suresh Vishwakarma sir from Canada, Dr. Marcin from Poland, and Dr. Rajiv Srivastav from Princeton Institute of Engineering and Technology, Hyderabad. Apart from this, we have 8 session chairs. They will be coordinating with the authors' papers. And we have settled down with the session chairs from Manit Bhopal, JP University, Vasnaghat, JP University, Anup Shahar, Manipal University, Jaipur, API University, Satna. Now this is the current day. We are inaugurating the conference, and I look forward that whatsoever has been planned, although I apologize from my side because it has been a delay of 40 minutes, but still I wish that post-lunch we may be able to continue as the plan is. Now post-conference, we are damn sure that we'll have a good report and we'll submit to AICT as well as Computer Society of India headquarters. And we'll also plan, as we have been scheduled, the next AGM meeting of CSI Jabalpur chapter. So we plan to have the next version of TEETAS. And obviously, we look forward to Dr. Tapan, Dr. Pooja, to have value addition on this conference. So we'll come to you, sir, and we'll seek your support also for future versions of this conference. Finally, I have been the general chair of this conference. So I wish to thank and express my gratitude towards each and every member of CSI Jabalpur chapter. So especially Shri Arvind Nayak ji, my big brother Shri Jitendra Kulkarni ji, our secretary Dr. Ashish Mishra ji. We also thank all the keynote speakers, those who have given the concern for part of this international conference. I thank two of my friends from Stack Guru Solutions and Manipal University, Dr. Mahesh Jangid and Dr. Deepak Sinkar sir. Without, it was very difficult to go ahead with the entire review process. I am very thankful to the management members of AKS University Satna, and without their approval, it has not been like this up to this moment. Last but not the least, we recognize the extraordinary support of Dr. Akhilesh A. Vau for his contribution towards conference for every movement that we have planned. Either it has been the conference promotion, the paper submission, the review process, and even if today we are here because of him only. So let us have a big round of applause again for Dr. Akhilesh and his entire team of CS department for extending all the support that we are expecting for this conference. Finally, I pray to God
Professor, Pro Vice Chancellor of AKS Institute. Professor, Pro Vice Chancellor of AKS Institute. And Dr. Harshvardhan, Professor Pro Vice Chancellor, AKS Institute. Message from Dr. G.K. Pradhan, Dean, AKS Institute. A message from Dr. Gray G, Head of Department of Computer Science from AKS Institute. They called 4 different tracks of this conference. Our eminent speakers, the committee member details, about CSI Jabalpur chapter, about AKS Institute, a few events of AKS Institute conducted, a team of TEEETAS from AKS Institute, and the technical session details of this conference. And this souvenir contains the paper title, authors, their affiliation, and abstract detail with their keywords. Although all the paper is going to open access, so also you can access this whole paper from the publisher website as well.
Thank you, sir. It's nice to see all the papers. Thank you very much.
Complete detailed papers was accepted for this conference. So thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you,
to give
sir.
me a souvenir online.
Welcome, sir. Now, it's the time to felicitate our students who have done brilliant work in some fields. Now, I request our guest to award Mr. Shubham Sony from BTech CSE 6th semester AKS University. He resides in a small village, Batanwara, near Satna. As far as his achievement is concerned, he has published a research paper on IoT-based project in 2021 and is working on various innovative IoT-based models with the help of Arduino like social distance, alert gadgets, and weather stations. Shubham Sony. He resides in a small village, Batanwara, near Satna. As far as his achievement is concerned, he has published a research paper on IoT-based project in 2021 and is working on various innovative IoT-based models with the help. On the way, next is Mr. Prateek Nigam. He is very good orator, having India level ranking. He represented AKS University in Indian Student Parliament and was awarded in MIT World Peace University Pune and the Confederation of Indian Industry and awarded with the 2nd rank all over India. National Science Workshop in RDBV Jabalpur and awarded with 3rd rank all over India in a speech competition. He shines with the 2nd rank in the State Youth Parliament Bhopal, Sambalpur University, Odisha, Jivaji University, Gwalior, Nehru Yuva Kendra Satna level speech competition by MP Government Ministry of Food, Civil Supplies and Consumer Perfection. On the way, next, I request Mr. Nikhil Sony. Nikhil Sony. He is one of the rarest entrepreneurs who employers and employee at the same time. He is doing 8 jobs in parallel, which bootstraps his startups. He is entrepreneur at EdTech startup of year Vedantu, former intern of JP Morgan, CSIT physics expert in Course Hero, Windows 11 technical support specialist at Microsoft, textbook solution CS expert at Chemical Engineering Global, mass expert in photomass, tech influencer in digital ambassador, and many more. Next is Mr. Piyush Shukla. He is a security researcher and bug bounty hunter. He has been acknowledged by Google, Microsoft, Apple, Cisco, and many other companies. Currently, he has secured the top 15th rank in the Hack and Proof bug bounty platform. He has also received the Google Bug Hunter badge card as recognition. He is also an ex-intern in the Gurugram Cybersecurity Summer Internship. Received recently, his CV has published for finding a critical security flaw in one big tech company. Next is Mr. Amit Kushwaha. Recently awarded by AIU, Association of Indian Universities, and MIT University, Chennai, National Center Zone, Best Research Product. 7 months of experience at Bharat Electronic Limited, Panchkula, as an IoT RFID engineer. Engineer IoT Android app, entrepreneur, founder and director of Buddha Computer Center, teacher and motivational speaker. Designed many real-life problem-solving and innovative projects using IoT and Android like smart agriculture, smart switchboard, etc. Thank you, sir. So these all are the gems of CS department. Now, on the way, I request Shri Arvind Nayak, former General Manager, ENT ONGC, for his address, please.
Respected Chancellor, senior faculty member, and other academic staff of AKS University, invited guests, key executives of Computer Society of India, Jabalpur chapter. It's my pleasure to address you on when you are organizing on emerging trends in artificial intelligence and smart systems. The conference will definitely enrich to all the student participants, particularly who are here, because a lot of efforts have been done by Dr. Vishwakarma and Dr. Akhilesh, and a very nice paper collection have been done throughout the globe, as he has just mentioned. जहाँ तक कंप्यूटर सोसाइटी ऑफ इंडिया का बात है, it is founded in 1965, and so far it is having more than 70 chapters. The chapters are having further associated with their nearby institutions and have student chapters associated with this. Like in Jabalpur itself, about 3 chapters are associated, student chapters are associated. There are one in Gyanenga as well, I understand. So, as we were just hearing from Dr. Akhilesh, that a student chapter comes up with your university, it will be a most welcome step, and we will be very happy to visit you, as your university itself is amicable knowledge sharing. So, solution. So this amicability will go on, and we will get more occasions to visit you people, and it will be our very happy experiences to go from here with listening all of you. मैं और ज़्यादा तो कुछ नहीं कहना चाहता हूँ. एक जैसा सोनी साहब ने एक रचना सुनाई थी, मैं भी एक छोटी सी रचना आप सबको नजर कर रहा हूँ. कोशिशें होती मुसलसल कामयाबी हाथ है, कोशिशें होती मुसलसल कामयाबी हाथ है, नजरिया जीने का बदलो वो बढ़ाता हाथ है. रास्ते लगते कठिन पर सब्र से बढ़ते चलो, रास्ते लगते कठिन पर सब्र से बढ़ते चलो, फतेह हासिल होगी तुझको वो तो सबके साथ है. और मंजिलें उनको ही मिलती जंग में जो जूझते, मंजिलें उनको ही मिलती जंग में जो जूझते, तरीके से को करो कोशिश उसका सब पर हाथ है. और इरादे फौलाद से हों, हौसले भरपूर हों, लकीरें भी खुद बदलती नायक जिसके साथ है, लकीरें भी खुद बदलती नायक जिसके साथ है. धन्यवाद.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request Engineer Sir Jiten Kulkarni sir to address the gathering.
Thank you, ma'am. Respected change makers on the dais and off the dais, TEETA-1 is definitely a bonding for Mahakaushal and Vindhya. And I promise you in the next year or during on course, TEETA-2 will become the more strongest bond with Mahakaushal and Vindhya. My best compliments for this TEETA-1 and all the best to all the faculties and the change makers of AKS and all students and all the persons who are joined through online mode. And thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request Engineer Anand Kumar Sony, Pro Chancellor AKSU, to address the gathering.
थैंक यू मैम. मंच पर उपस्थित सीएसआई जबलपुर चैप्टर के चेयरमैन डॉक्टर संतोष विश्वकर्मा जी, सेक्रेटरी आशीष जी, अरविंद नायक साहब और जितेंद्र कुलकर्णी जी, इस विश्वविद्यालय के प्रो वाइस चांसलर डॉक्टर आर.एस. त्रिपाठी सर, ओएसडी आर.एन. त्रिपाठी सर, आर.के. श्रीवास्तव सर, डॉक्टर अखिलेश वाउ सर, हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट कंप्यूटर साइंस, और सामने बैठे हुए सभी गेस्ट, फैकल्टी मेंबर्स और स्टूडेंट्स. थीटा, जिस कॉन्सेप्ट emerging trends in artificial intelligence and data science. ये एक ऐसा वर्ड है, आज ह्यूमन माइंड की जितनी भी चीजें हैं वो सब कंप्यूटर में फिट करने की कोशिश की जा रही है. जो हम सोचते थे, जो हम स्मार्ट तरीके से हम काम कर सकते थे, वो भी कुछ लोग कर पाते थे. आज कोशिश ये है कि हमारा सिस्टम इतना परफेक्ट हो कि वह लाइक ह्यूमन जैसा काम कर सके और वेरी स्मार्ट तरीके से कर सके. ये पूरी कवायद उसकी है. अभी मैं छोटी सी बात बताना चाहता हूं कि अभी यूक्रेन और रशिया का युद्ध चल रहा है. आज शायद 52 या 53वां दिन है. जब शुरुआत हुई थी तो उसमें ऐसा लगा था कि 64 किलोमीटर का एक कारवा जो रशिया का चल रहा था यूक्रेन की तरफ, ये लग रहा था कि बस 2-4 दिन में ही यूक्रेन को पूरा कैप्चर कर लेंगे. लेकिन शायद आपने न्यूज पढ़ी होगी कि 8 कंप्यूटर इंजीनियर्स उन लोगों ने 64 किलोमीटर का जो कारवा चल रहा था उसको तहस नहस कर दिया। 8 लोगों ने with the use of artificial intelligence and data analysis ड्रोन का इस्तेमाल किया, कहां पर बम गिराना है और कितनी भगदड़ मचेगी, इस सब का एनालिसिस करते हुए उन्होंने उस काफिले को रोक दिया जो लग रहा था कि 3-4 दिन में ही पूरा युद्ध की परिस्थितियां बदल जाएंगी। और आज वो 53वां दिन है और अभी भी ये डिसाइडेड नहीं है कि कौन जीत रहा है और कौन हार रहा है। सी द पावर ऑफ आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस। आप दिन भर में जितने बार गूगल सर्च करते हैं, और मैंने कई बार, आप सब जानते हैं कि देखेंगे कि व्हाट्सएप पे जो आप चैट कर रहे होते हैं कुछ देर बाद ऐड जो है वो आपके फेसबुक में मिलने लगती है। तो आप एक तरह से जो भी कम्युनिकेशन कर रहे हैं कि आपका दिमाग किस तरह से काम कर रहा है, क्या चाहता है, उस तरह की ऐड आपको दिखना स्टार्ट हो जाती है। ये सब आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का ही कमाल है। और जो बच्चे आज इस फील्ड में अच्छा कर जाएंगे, अच्छा पढ़ लिख लेंगे, अच्छा नॉलेज लेंगे, अच्छे लोगों से मिलेंगे, अच्छे पेपर्स पढ़ेंगे और उन टूल्स पे काम करेंगे, निश्चित तौर पे उनका भविष्य बहुत अच्छा है। ये आपके लिए एक अपॉर्चुनिटी है कि आपको इस इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस में यहां पर बैठने का और उसको अटेंड करने का मौका मिल रहा है। इसके लिए आपको अपने आप को धन्यवाद देना चाहिए। डॉक्टर अखिलेश सर और डॉक्टर संतोष जी ने जो विंध और महाकौशल को, तो एक हाथ दूसरे हाथ को लेकर के जब चलता है ऐसे तो बड़ी भारी ताकत बन जाता है। तो हम तो दूर है ही नहीं, हम तो वैसे ही पास में हैं, लेकिन ज्वाइन बच्चे जो पहले पास आउट हो चुके हैं वो हैं। तो एक बड़ा ग्रुप है, जिस ग्रुप में आप बच्चे पहुंचोगे, आपके सीनियर्स वहां पर हैं, उनका भी फायदा आपको मिल सकता है। और मैं बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं संतोष जी को, अखिलेश सर को, संतोष जी की पूरी टीम को और अखिलेश सर की पूरी टीम को कि इन्होंने इंटरनेशनल वर्कशॉप ऑर्गेनाइज की। इस 2 दिन में बच्चे बहुत कुछ सीखेंगे, मैं भी उसमें लाइव रहूंगा और मैं भी अपना ज्ञानवर्धन उसमें करूंगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच। समय पे आपका कार्यक्रम आगे का संपन्न हो सके इसलिए मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूं। थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir. Now, I request our prominent member of AKSU, Dr. R.S. Tripathi sir, Dr. R.S. Tripathi sir, Engineer R.K. Shrivastava sir, Dr. Akhilesh Rao sir, and Anand Kumar Soni sir, to give token of love to Dr. Santosh Vishkarma. Again, I request our prominent members to give token of love to Shri Arvind Nayak. Again, I request our prominent members to give token of love to Mr. Jiten Kulkarni. Again, I request our prominent members to give token of love to Dr. Ashish Mishra. Now, I request Dr. Pooja Jain ma'am to please come on the stage for your token of love, ma'am. Please. Now, request Swadha ma'am and our prominent members to give token of love to Dr. Pooja Jain from Triple IT Nagpur. Now, I request Dr. Rajiv Shrestha, sir, to please come on the stage. And I request our prominent AKSU member to give token of love to Dr. Rajiv Shrestha, sir. Now, I request Dr. Tapan Jain from Triple IT Nagpur to please come on the stage. And I request our prominent members, AKSU members, to give token of love to Dr. Tapan Jain. Now, I request Professor Sapan Jain, GGITS Jabalpur, to please come on the stage. And I request our members to give token of love to Dr. Sapan Jain. Thank you, sir. And thank you all of you for coming in AKS University for this conference. Now, moving ahead, I request Dr. Anand Tripathi, OSD, AKSU for the vote of thanks.
Honorable guests on the desk, Dr. Srivastava, Dr. Naik, Dr. Mishra, Dr. Kulkarni, our university founder, chairman and pro-chancellor, Engineer Anand Sony ji, pro-vice chancellor, Dr. Raj Tripathi, administrator, engineering, R.K. Srivastava ji, Dr. Akhilesh Bhau, of the dais, Dr. Pooja, Dr. Rakesh, and both Dr. Jain, and faculty members and students. Of course, this is a very special day when our university is organizing such a great seminar with the collaboration of Computer Science chapter of Mahakaushal, Jabalpur. We are highly obliged to them to extend their cooperative hand to the university, and I express sincere thanks on behalf of the university family to all the members on the dais, off the dais, who has taken a lot of trouble to come to Satna and to spare some moments from their valuable time. As we know, all students, that universities are the highest center of higher education, and universities are the cream of intellectuals of the nation. Here hypotheses are made, rules are framed, discussions are made. So such conferences will promote the interaction between the students and the learned speaker, and of course, some new theories and laws will come out with these things. And really, we need some innovation, some researches for the progress of our country, and we hope that this international conference will be a powerful engine for that. I express sincere thanks again to the all dignitaries from Jabalpur, from Jaipur, from Manipal, and from Nagpur to attend this conference, and also request them to be available to the cooperation with the university whenever we request them to extend their hand of cooperation. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. This is the platform, and time comes कि हमें सबको thanks कहना है. It's a time for taking a high tea break. मैं सारे dignitaries, guests, फैकल्टी मेंबर ऑफ कंप्यूटर साइंस, इन सबसे रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं कि C11 के सामने पहुंचें और वहां उनके लिए एक हाई टी का अरेंजमेंट किया गया है. उसके बाद इस 15 मिनट के ब्रेक के बाद डॉक्टर पूजा जैन मैडम का एक कीनोट सेशन होना है. सो वी विल बी गैदर अगेन आफ्टर 15 मिनट ब्रेक. स्टूडेंट के लिए नमकीन पैकेट्स हैं. हाई टी होने के जस्ट बाद उन तक उनके पैकेट या तो पहुंच जाएंगे या डायरेक्शन मिल जाएगा उनको पैकेट्स के लिए. हम यहाँ फिर से 15 मिनट बाद गैदर हो रहे हैं. दिस विल बी अवर फिजिकल सेशन, है ना. 12:30 को हम यहाँ एग्जैक्ट गैदर हो जाएंगे. दिस विल बी अ फिजिकल सेशन. एक और सेशन बाकी है. यहाँ पर हमें एक सेशन मैडम का अटेंड करना है. उसके बाद हम आगे की एक्टिविटीज के लिए मूव फॉरवर्ड करेंगे. सो आई एम इनवाइटिंग ऑल ऑफ यू, प्लीज कम विथ अस इन C11.
To have your questions. So if you have any questions, you can note it down, and at the last, I take those questions. And as what Akhilesh sir mentioned, he would like to have a collaboration with IIIT Nagpur. Definitely, we can go ahead with that. And to start with, we can definitely take students for internships. So we do have that facility in which we take students from different universities as internships with us for 2 months and 6 months both. So I definitely. Acha. Okay. We are talking about NLP only, so Hindi and English would be mixed. So never mind, we'll do that. And as I mentioned, we can go for the internships for 6 months and 2 months, and the result of the internship is a paper publication. So you will get a very good opportunity and the way in which you can actually do research in different domains, as I saw. Done? Okay. So as I saw, people are working on IoT. So IoT can be very well combined with AI and ML. These are the actually buzzwords which are being used in all the different domains and research fields. So my topic for the presentation is sorry for the inconvenience.
Hello. Hello.
Bola.
Yeah, Rishi is okay now. We are audible, Pooja ma'am. Rishi,
Okay.
just share your screen.
Start my PPT, please. So again, a very good
Hello,
afternoon
hello.
and welcome to the TEEETAS conference, to the first lecture, virtually and physically. So it's a hybrid mode, and it's hats off to AKS University for organizing in such a way so that it is in a hybrid mode and people out here as well as online can see it so peacefully and so intelligently. The topic of my presentation is, can the computer talk? And I would like to have the answer from the students itself. Can the computer talk? Yes or no? Yes? Can the computer talk? क्या कंप्यूटर आपसे बात कर सकता है? Yes? Examples? Alexa, very good. Alexa is one of those examples. Students at the back, आप थोड़ी देर बाद खा सकते हो. 40 मिनट के बाद आपको बिल्कुल छूट दी जाएगी खाने की. बस 40 मिनट मेरे को सुन लो. Siri? Siri, can the computer talk? So yes, the computer can talk, but how? That is what I'm going to talk about in these 40 minutes. Ki how can it be talked? And how you can actually talk to a computer. So when I say a computer, it can be anything. It can be a machine. Okay, na? So people who are working on IoT domain, you are actually talking to a machine with the help of IoT, isn't it? You have sensors and you have actuators, and you are taking the data from the sensors, doing some manipulations onto that and getting the results, doing the data analysis and everything. Correct? So I am talking about natural language processing. तो जैसे सर ने बोला आप हिंदी भी मिक्स करिए उसमें, तो यही चीज है. हमको ऐसा तरीके से बोलना है कि वो कंप्यूटर को समझ में आ जाए. So it's a dream actually. It's a dream. It's a dream that I'm able to speak to a computer, and nowadays that dream has actually got fulfilled. But yes, there are certain challenges, and that is what I'll be concentrating on, because those are the topics on which you are actually going to do research. When I say research, it's not PhDs can only do research. BTechs and MTechs for your final year project, it's better to do something related to IoT, NLP, ML, AI instead of library management system. Take airline management system, library management system, gone are the days. If you really want to have a good thing on your resume, do your final year project in AI, ML, NLP and such domains, and forget about these management systems. Because management systems are only for second year students, not for final year students. Correct? So if you really want to have something on your resume, and all the recruiters, as I have already been told, there are 300 recruiters. And if you want your resume to look bright and the recruiters take you, have something special in your resume, which is not available in rest of the people. Okay, so have something related to AI, ML, because these are the buzzwords for computer science engineers, and for IoT, for electronics, mainly for electronics engineers. MCA, of course, you have to do internship, you have to do your thesis. Go ahead with something like AI, NLP, and I'm there to help you out with that. Clear? So these are the different applications of AI. The theme of the work, the conference says artificial intelligence and smart systems. So we do have so many application domains on which you can work upon with AI, and I would be concentrating on the NLP part. So natural language processing deals with many other problem specifications, yeah, problem definitions, as you can say. Machine translation, Hindi to English, English to Hindi, Hindi to Chinese, Chinese to French. This is all machine translation. And trust me, अभी भी हम लोग उस लेवल तक नहीं पहुंच पाए हैं जिसमें आपको पूरी तरह से ट्रांसलेशन अच्छे से हो पाए. सबसे पहले एलेक्सा का एग्जाम्पल आया था. हिंदी में बात करने की कोशिश करिए एलेक्सा से. I have Alexa at home. एंड एक या दो बार के बाद उसको यही बोलना पड़ता है, अरे एलेक्सा ठीक से सुन तो ले. Isn't it? I have Alexa at home. तो दो तीन के अगर उसे अंग्रेजी में बात करो तो समझ में आता है उसको. तीसरी बार अगर तुमने हिंदी में बोला तो वो सब चैचू कर देती है, उसे कुछ समझ में नहीं आता उसके बाद. एंड मोस्टली आप बोलता है यार इतना तो समझ लो एलेक्सा. So there comes the challenges. Sentiment analysis, information extraction, question answering, modern application. So I have short time. So, okay, I'll directly come to the different stages of NLP, and these different stages, each and every stage forms one field or one research area. Trust me. Phonetics and phonology. What is the meaning of phonetics and phonology is what you hear. बचपन में जब आप बहुत छोटे थे 2-3 साल के थे तो आप लोग को सिखाया गया था A stands for A, B stands for B. Remember? That is known as phonetics, phonology. How will you teach that to a computer? That is what you are supposed to do. You are computer engineers or engineers, basically engineers, MCAs. So you are talking about technical things, isn't it? You want something very technical so that the computer understands your language. So जैसे जैसे आप बड़े हुए हो हिंदी और इंग्लिश पढ़ते हुए वैसी वैसी चीजें आपको मशीन को सिखानी है. That is the only thing that you have to do. जो आपने किया फर्स्ट क्लास में सेकंड क्लास में ग्रामर पढ़ी थी, इंग्लिश ग्रामर 12 तक रहती है. 12 तक इंग्लिश ग्रामर नहीं पढ़ी, कैसी बातें करो यार. इंग्लिश होता है ना सब्जेक्ट 11th 12th में, भूल गए क्या? पढ़ी ना ग्रामर. ग्रामर में क्या पढ़ा? आई डिड नॉट डिड नहीं बोलते हैं, आई डिड नॉट डू बोलते हैं, यही पढ़ा. वही चीज आपको सिस्टम को सिखाना है कि you say something and the system is able to understand what you want to say. That is the only thing. Sony sir especially said at the time of AI. AI is making the system smart enough to understand you, isn't it? Artificial intelligence. People are naturally intelligent. ये बुद्धि हमारे पास एक 6 महीने के बच्चे को भी होती है, but machine उतनी intelligent नहीं है. So I want my machine to be intelligent in the same way as a 6 months old child. तो हम लोग नेचुरली इंटेलिजेंट हैं और हमको सिस्टम को उतना ही इंटेलिजेंट बनाना है. आई वांट माय सिस्टम टू बिहेव इन द सेम वे एज ह्यूमंस डू. करेक्ट? आई वांट माय सिस्टम्स टू बिहेव इन द सेम वे एज ह्यूमंस डू. सो डेफिनेटली आई हैव टू मेक देम इंटेलिजेंट इनफ. नेचुरली तो वो हो नहीं सकते, तो इसीलिए इट बिकम्स आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंट. करेक्ट? और जब भी वो इंटेलिजेंट होंगे, अगर ह्यूमंस की तरह उनको बिहेव करना है तो उनको बोलना भी पड़ेगा. बोलना पड़ेगा तो एनएलपी कम्स इनटू पिक्चर. अंडरस्टूड? All the students? Yes, no? Good. First, phonetics and phonology. जैसे आपने A stands for A और B stands for B पढ़ा, वैसे ही आप मशीन को सिखाओ. Challenge है? Yes? Can you do that? तो yes, we have come across to a little extent. बहुत सारे research papers आपको मिलेंगे उसके ऊपर, but still we have not got that much accuracy कि it is 100% perfect. Next come morphology. Morphology, morph means forms. So you have different forms of the same word. If you say start, start, started, starts, starting, और हर एक word अलग अलग context में use होता है. If you are going for a present continuous, it would be starting. If you say present tense, it would be starts. If you say past tense, it would be started. तो यही सिखाया जाता है आपको 12वीं कक्षा तक कि क्या बोलना है कब. If I am saying that I am starting my journey, so it would be I am starting my journey. I started my journey, मैंने करी थी. यही चीज मुझे मशीन को सिखानी है कि how you are going to evaluate your grammar. Correct? So we have lexicons for that. What is a lexicon? Lexicon is a dictionary. So dictionary contains the different forms of the same word. So I don't have to search for started, starting and starts at different points of the dictionary. There would be only one word, one entry of start, and there would be different forms of the same word with the same entry of that word. समझ आ गई बात? Okay, so I can give some rules for it. Yes, and that are known as ontologies. आपने ये word सुना होगा, ontologies. So ontologies are actually giving you different rules that how you are going to have your grammar. Wren and Martin पढ़ी होगी बहुत लोगों ने. इतनी मोटी सी बुक आती है grammar की, Wren and Martin. So that all talks about the different grammatical rules, how you are going to speak English. Correct? Lexical analysis. So lexical analysis says, this is morphology. Lexical analysis talks about parts of speech tagging. बचपन में फिर आपने पढ़ा होगा parts of speech. A word can be used as different parts of speech. 8th या 7th क्लास में आता है कि सिल्वर को आप verb की तरह यूज करके दिखाओ, noun की तरह यूज करके दिखाओ. Remember? Different words are given to be used in a different context with a different part of the speech. So I want my machine to understand that. कि what is the part of the speech for a particular word? Correct? So generally, like suppose I give you an example of bank. Bank is used as noun. I went to a bank. Noun. Yes. Yes. I went to a bank is bank. I went to a State Bank of India. Bank is a noun. ठीक? But if I say I want to bank my money, तब bank कैसे use हुआ? Verb. Yes. So, but if I tell it to the machine, to the computer, कि you understand the sentence, I went to bank my money, तो वो क्या समझेगा? Bank is a noun. So he will not be able to predict the meaning of the sentence. And our task of natural language processing will not be completed in that case. Correct? So I want my machine to understand that sentence completely. So in that case, it has to go for the part of the speech tagging also. It has to understand that bank is being used as a verb or as a noun. Correct? Then we have syntactic analysis. Now, all those computer science people, those who have learned compilers, compiler में होता है syntactic analysis, semantic analysis, lexical analysis. करते हो सिंटैक्टिक एनालिसिस करते हो सिंटैक्स एरर आता है यस क्यों आता है सिंटैक्स एरर एनी एग्जांपल ऑफ द सिंटैक्स एरर बोलो बोलो मुंह में मत बोलो खड़े होके बोलो सिंटैक्स एरर कोई भी एग्जाम वेरी गुड वेरी गुड बैठ जाए कृपया डबल कोट्स की जगह सिंगल कोट लगा दिया तो सिंटैक्टिकल एरर आ जाता है या सिंटैक्स एरर आ जाता है क्यों बिकॉज देयर इज अ स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ राइटिंग ईच एंड एवरी लाइन if you talk about C, C++, Java, Python, all the high level languages have a particular syntax. If you don't follow that syntax, the compiler will not be able to understand what you have written. Correct? So you have to follow a syntax. Similarly, all the natural languages, Hindi, English, Sanskrit, कोई भी language उठा लो, सब में एक particular syntax है. If you don't follow that syntax, आपकी grammar गलत हो जाती है और 0 मिलता है exam में. मिलता है? Why? Because your grammar is wrong. So the same thing I want to teach it to the computer that, okay, this is the grammar and you have to follow it in the same way. That is talked about syntactic analysis, syntactic ambiguity. Syntactic ambiguity बहुत अच्छा सा example है call me a cab. So should I call you a cab? What is the meaning of this? मेरे लिए cab बुलाओ. Call me a cab. But आप क्या बोलिए call me पूजा. पूजा ही होगा ना आप मेरे को पूजा नाम से बुलाओ. But if I say call me a cab, that means I want a cab for myself. Correct? So I want the system also to understand these sentences, and these are particularly the challenges that you have to deal with. I'll skip the rest of the ones. Semantic knowledge, the soul died. Now in this case, the soul is a fish also, and the soul is the true soul also. So in that case, you have to apply some common sense and say, okay, a shoe sole cannot die. Yes, so it has to be a fish. So a fish died. This is known as context independent meaning. या रेफरेंस टू कॉन्टेक्स्ट आपने एक पढ़ा होगा बचपन में. हिंदी में भी होता है, इंग्लिश में भी होता है. किसने किससे क्या कहा, रिमेंबर? ऐसे करो, पढ़ा था ना. इंग्लिश में भी पढ़ा था किसने किससे क्या कहा. इंग्लिश में आप पढ़ते थे तो होता था कि ये दिस पोएम हैज बीन रिटन बाय विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ एंड इन दिस पर्टिकुलर पैराग्राफ ही वांट्स टू से दिस. हिंदी में आप पढ़ते थे ये पद्यांश इस कविता से लिया गया है और उसमें वो ये कहना चाह रहे हैं. Yes, so that is reference to context. So the same reference to context needs to be understood by the machine as well. Ki what was spoken earlier. If I say, my name is Pooja Jain, I am going to AKS University. Now what is the I? I is a pronoun. So I should be related to Pooja Jain. Yes. So I have this challenge of telling the machine that here I means Pooja Jain. Yes. So all these things relate to different research problems. Again, I'm telling you, and mind you, and trust me, English में तो फिर भी थोड़ा बहुत काम हुआ है, हिंदी में कुछ नहीं हुआ है, कोई काम नहीं हुआ है, और it's a really wonderful field in which you can work upon and do your final year projects. ठीक, हिंदी में कुछ भी कर लो. लेक्सिकल एम्बिग्विटी इन हिंदी, सिंटैक्टिकल एम्बिग्विटी इन हिंदी, कुछ भी करो और आपको अच्छे रिजल्ट्स मिलेंगे. कितने लोग मशीन लर्निंग पे काम करते हैं? ओनली वन हैंड. तुम तो एंटरप्रेन्योर हो, बहुत सारा काम करते हो तुम तो ना. बस 2-3 प्राणी स्टूडेंट्स. Why not? It's the call for the day. Why aren't you putting into your efforts for machine learning? Machine learning is actually, अभी हम क्या बातें कर रहे हैं? I want my machine to learn something. Isn't it? I'm telling him to learn the part of the speech tagging, or I am telling it to learn the syntactic ambiguity, lexical ambiguity. This is all machine learning. Making the machine learn. अगर आप मशीन को कुछ सिखाते हो, कुछ करने के लिए बोलते हो, तो that is machine learning. ठीक? So NLP के कोई भी task is not possible without machine learning. Why? Because the data has become huge. When I say I'm going to have a lexicon, a dictionary which contains the meanings of all the words means just imagine the number of words you speak. In fact, in my 10 or 15 minutes presentation, I would have spoken somewhere around 10,000 words. And you want a meaning of all those 10,000 words. Imagine the amount of data. Correct? And if I suppose say now this particular lecture is being transmitted as what Wow sir said, it is being done by 3 modes. So see again the amount of data that is being transferred from one position to another. Through Google Meet, through YouTube, so many channels it is the data is being transmitted, and see the image processing which is involved. Yes? So this all involves machine learning because this is a huge amount of data in GBs. आपको मौका मिलेगा तो फेसबुक का एक वीडियो है, जाके देखिएगा कि फेसबुक कितने बड़े बड़े सर्वर्स रखता है. इनफैक्ट उसकी एक पूरी बिल्डिंग है जो सिर्फ सर्वर्स से भरी हुई है. क्योंकि आप तो फेसबुक पर फोटो डाल देते हो उठा के, कितनी डालते हो? 100-200. और जैसे ही आप यूजर आईडी और पासवर्ड डालते हो और आपकी फोटोज आ जाती है. इमेजिन there are millions and millions of customers who are using Facebook, and as soon as you enter your user ID and the password, it has been matched and your profile comes in. Yes? So imagine the amount of data that Facebook is handling. So it has to have huge servers, and it is employing all types of machine learning, all types of different technologies to get that thing in seconds. Speed is important. Okay? Anaphoric ambiguity. Anaphoric ambiguity is what I gave you an example. My name is Pooja Jain and I'm going to AKS University. Or it was very steep. So definitely it has to be a hill and not a horse. So again, I have just 5 minutes left now. So I'll directly come to some of the things. I had just put in some research steps which you can use. Parsing is one of those steps in which you can use text decomposition, spelling modes, morphological parsing, etc., etc. So these are some of the ways by which sentiment analysis is actually coming up very frequently. Twitter, sabne dekha hoga. Instagram, Twitter. So how is Twitter handling those things? How is Twitter details का sentiment analysis बहुत ज़्यादा common है Twitter का. या LinkedIn में जो आप profiles बनाते हो, उसका फिर आप messages post करते हो, Facebook पे post करते हो. So sentiment analysis of that, कि what do the people think about it? That is all sentiment analysis. It can be neutral, positive, and negative. अगर हम गुस्सा हैं, दुखी हैं, तो it will become negative. अब यूक्रेन रशिया वॉर के बहुत सारे लोग दुखी हैं. So that is a negative sentiment. Okay. Machine learning rules. Named entities is you are giving a named entity recognition, and that is actually dealing with the proper nouns. So if I say Pooja Jain, so Pooja Jain is a proper noun and it should be dealt with named entity recognition. Themes, topics, POS tagging, I have one slide on that. So these are some of, okay, so when I talk about technical things, I have told you the different challenges that you have to tackle. Now, how you are going to actually solve those challenges, there are ways of doing it. You can make a language model out of it. So now since we all are engineers or we are technical people, so technical people always deal with technicalities. So you are having a model of your language. So you must have, if you want, you can Google it out, N-gram model. So N-gram model, bigram model, and there are various models which have come into picture right now. And NLP is really booming up because people have started becoming lazy actually. उनको ना काम करने का मन नहीं करता, तो वो Alexa को बोलते रहते हैं, भाई तू अब ये कर दे, भाई तू अब वो कर दे. और आने वाले समय में ये और ज्यादा बढ़ने वाला है. Because robotics is coming into picture, and if robotics is there, कितने लोगों ने रोबोट पिक्चर देखी? वो रजनीकांत साहब ने हाथ उठा के देखा, और कितने लोगों ने उसके अंदर जाके देखा कि वो कैसे कर रहा है ये सब काम, कैसे रोबोट बनता है, जो वो लोग उससे बात कर रहे हैं, तो दैट इज एनएलपी. ठीक. अगर तुम रजनीकांत से कुछ कह रहे हो करने के लिए तो वो एनएलपी के थ्रू ही कह रहे हो ना, ठीक. एंड द सेकंड पार्ट ऑफ इट वाज एडिंग इमोशंस टू इट. And that is the place where people are actually researching कि how do you add emotions to machines. देखिए ना सबने पिक्चर, सेकेंड हाफ में इमोशंस आ जाते हैं ना, तभी वो डिवास्टेटिंग हो जाता है ऐश्वर्या राय के पीछे, है ना, देखिए ना. सो इमोशंस ऐड करोगे तो नेचुरल सी बात है, यू हैव टू हैव समथिंग देयर इन द मशीन सो दैट इट कैन अंडरस्टैंड इमोशंस, करेक्ट. सो you go for a language model, because technical things goes with models, and then you can go ahead with language translation, spelling corrections, speech recognition, and so on. Like speech recognition says text to speech, speech to text. So if I say I saw a man, correct, so it can be eyes of an, जो Alexa करता है. आप जब भी उससे बात करो तो वो कछु और ही समझता है ना, क्योंकि उसको नहीं समझ में आ रही है सारी बातें. There are challenges in NLP. That is not understanding what you want to say. And I have one on word embeddings. Now, what is happening in the case of word embeddings is, if I say, this is again a little more technical. If I say man is related to women, and man is also related to any proper noun like Rahul or Raj or something, okay? And queen is related to king, but queen is also related to women. So there are certain relationships between the different words, and if you do understand this relationship, understanding of the language becomes even more easier. So if you just imagine a multi-dimensional space, you have a multi-dimensional space, a very, very high dimensional space, and there is a man here, a vector of man. Vectors, 12th mein padhe? So you have vectors, and it's a multi-dimensional vector. So you have lots of dimensions for it. You have a man here. वो उसने बोला तुमने सही में पढ़े थे, दोनों आपस में यही बात कर रहे थे. उसने बोला वेक्टर पढ़े, बगल वाला बोलता सही में पढ़े थे. So there is a vector here of man, and the woman vector would be very close to it. ठीक है ना? There would be a vector king here, and the queen vector would be very close to it, but there would be a relationship between man and king also. So you are giving the vectors in such a way so that there is a relationship, and this is actually the current research trend of word embeddings. And there is a model which is known as BERT, bidirectional transformer model, which is used for this particular word embeddings. उसके भी बहुत सारे forms आ गए हैं, बहुत सारी research उसके ऊपर हो रही है. So if you really want to get into it, Google it out. Frequency based is count vector, TF-IDF, term frequency, and inverse document frequency, co-occurrence matrix. I'm not going in the deep of all this. Prediction based is by two ways, CBOW and skipgram. These are the two methods which are used. Bag of words, आपने सुना होगा continuous bag of words. So bag of word क्या बोलता है कि एक bag है और उसमें बहुत सारे words हैं, but there is no linking in between. So if there is no linking in between, that becomes a count vector कि कितनी बार वो word आया. Like suppose if I want to search for Taj Mahal, मैंने Google पे सर्च किया था. अच्छा, कितने लोग जानते हैं कि Google पे जो सर्च आती है वो किस तरीके से आती है? How do you get the answers on Google? Crawling? Crawling is something different, beta. Crawlers are something different. These are known as web crawlers, which you put in there and it searches for something. But search होती कैसे है? Google पे अगर आप लिखते हो AKS University, तो एकदम से AKS की वेबसाइट आ जाती है. जो पहला आपके पास रिजल्ट आता है, that is AKS University. How? Because this is related to actually information retrieval. How you are retrieving the information from the backend, and the backend is huge amount of data, huge. थोक में डेटा है. आप कुछ भी सर्च करो, धर्मेंद्र सर्च करो तो भी आ जाएगा, AKS यूनिवर्सिटी सर्च करो तब भी आ जाएगा. एक बच्चा था प्रतीक, उसका वर्ड नाम सर्च करेंगे तो उसका भी प्रोफाइल आ जाएगा लिंक्डइन का. आप लोग ने अपने नाम को सर्च किया कभी? नहीं? ऐसा करो, भाई पूरा टाइम फोन हाथ में रहता है, अपना नाम ही नहीं सर्च किया कभी. मेरा नाम सर्च करो, 36 पूजा जैन आती है. इट इज सच अ कॉमन नेम. बहुत सारी आती है पूजा जैन. हाँ, पूजा जैन IIIT नागपुर लिखोगे तो हो सकता मैं आऊं, हो सकता नहीं आऊंगी, बट पूजा जैन लिखोगे तो थोक में आएंगी. बट इफ, और एक पूजा जैन है जो सबसे ज्यादा आती है, शी इज अ मॉडल एक्चुअली, तो उसको इतना ज्यादा सर्च किया हुआ है कि वो फर्स्ट आती है. हम बहुत नीचे आ जाते हैं उसमें. क्यों आती है वो फर्स्ट? बिकॉज शी इज द वन हु हैज बीन सर्च्ड द मोस्ट. देयर कम्स द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ काउंट वेक्टर, कि कितनी बार उसको सर्च किया गया, या हम उस डॉक्यूमेंट में जिसमें से ताजमहल हम सर्च कर रहे हैं, एक डॉक्यूमेंट में वो एक बार आ रहा है, एक डॉक्यूमेंट में वो 100 बार आ रहा है, तो कौन सा डॉक्यूमेंट डिस्प्ले होगा? 100 बार वाला. Yes, that forms the count vector part. So frequency based is how many times a particular word is coming in a document, so that document becomes important for that word. Okay. And then we have machine translation approaches. I have just put in one slides for all these domains so that you just get an idea ki how it is actually worked upon. There are many rule-based machine translation approaches, dictionary-based, interlingual machine translation, etc., etc. I can share the slides with Wowser, and Wowser can share it with you all. I don't have any problem in that. Pronunciations, part of the speech tagging is another research field in which people are working in different languages. Part of the speech Hindi. कितने लोगों ने संस्कृत पढ़ी? कर्ता ने कर्म को करण से के द्वारा संप्रदान के लिए अपादान से संबंध रखा के की रारेरी अधिकरण में पर संबोधन है हरे. लर्न है? क्या है ये? क्या है ये? कर्ता ने कर्म को करण से के द्वारा, क्या है ये? कारक. कारक मतलब इंग्लिश में कारक मतलब पार्ट ऑफ द स्पीच. पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच. नाउन, वर्ब, एडजेक्टिव, एडवर्ब, क्या है ये सब? पार्ट ऑफ द स्पीच. अगर आपको ये पता चल जाए कि ये वर्ड किस फॉर्म में यूज हो रहा है, इज इट अ वर्ब और इट इज अ नाउन और इट इज एन एडवर्ब, इट इज वेरी इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड द मीनिंग ऑफ द सेंटेंस. So part of this speech tagging is very, very important, and if you are able to do it particularly well, you are going to do the translation also well. ठीक? तो संस्कृत is a beautiful language. सुपर कंप्यूटर संस्कृत में बना है. क्यों? क्योंकि संस्कृत इतनी ज्यादा रूल बेस्ड है कि उसमें एम्बिग्विटीज की कोई चांसेस ही नहीं है. अब वो आपने वो अमिताभ बच्चन का एक डायलॉग सुना होगा, जियो गू क्यों नहीं होता? सुना? नहीं सुना? CUT कट होता है तो GUT गट होता है, तो GO गो होता है तो GU गू क्यों नहीं होता, वगैरह वगैरह. नहीं सुना? तुम लोग नए बच्चे हो शायद. अमिताभ बच्चन की पिक्चर नहीं देखते क्या? छोटे बच्चे हो अभी. ऋतिक रोशन देखते हो? हाँ, एक आया पीछे से ऋतिक रोशन. वो भी पुराना हो गया अब तो. वो भी पुराना हो गया. अब तो पुष्पा देखो यार, वो भी पुरानी हो गई ना. कश्मीर फाइल्स, RRR, कितने उसमें मशीन ट्रांसलेशन हुआ था? हिंदी में देखी कि तेलुगु में देखी? हिंदी में देखी ना, तो मशीन ट्रांसलेशन हुआ था कि नहीं हुआ था? तो वही तो पढ़ा रहे हैं यार आज. दैट इज मशीन ट्रांसलेशन. अब नेचुरल से बात है, मैनुअल तो उसको करने बैठोगे नहीं. इट हैज टू बी ऑटोमेटेड, सो इट गोज विद मशीन ट्रांसलेशन. बस खाली ये 3 लोगों ने देखी, RRR नहीं देखी लोगों ने. देखो जाके, अच्छी पिक्चर है. ओके. Hand me the lead pipe. In this case, lead is being used as an adjective. So अगर lead हम बोल रहे हैं तो lead something else है, lead something else है. I am just moving ahead. मेरा time खत्म हो चुका है. Yes. I want the questions actually from you people. Topic समझ में आया? बंद कर दीजिए भैया इसको. Topic समझ में आया? Yes, no, क्या है? कुछ समझ में आया जो जो बोला? ठीक. अब कितने लोग कुछ अच्छा करने की सोच रहे हैं फाइनल ईयर प्रोजेक्ट में? 2 हाथ. बाकी जनता लाइब्रेरी मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम 4-5. हाथ खड़ा करने में क्या है यार? मत करना, हाथ तो खड़ा करो. कुछ अच्छा करने की सोचो तो, सपने तो देख लो, मत करना उसके बाद. यस, at least you think I will do something different. बाद में करना नहीं करना तो आपके ऊपर है, क्योंकि नेचुरल फाइनल ईयर तक आते आपको लगता है यार फ्रेंड्स छूट जाएंगे, पढ़ाई लिखाई आप लोग बंद कर देते हो. बट इट्स रियली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि आपका फाइनल ईयर प्रोजेक्ट बहुत सालों तक आपके साथ रहेगा. द फर्स्ट कंपनी यू चूज, that will have to be selected through your final year project only. वो कंपनी वाले आपसे सिर्फ यही पूछेंगे HR आके कि आपने फाइनल ईयर में क्या बनाया. यस, फाइनल ईयर प्रोजेक्ट ही पूछेंगे, वरना कैसे पता चलेगा कि आप कितने इंटेलिजेंट हो? ग्रेड शीट तो कोई आज तक देखता नहीं है. का भले ही एक बार देख ले, बट उसके बाद तो सभी एक ही जैसे हैं, है कि नहीं है? आपका रेज्यूम ही जाएगा आपके पास, आपके साथ, और रेज्यूम पहले जाता है, आप बाद में आते हो. इसमें तो मुंडी हिलाओ यार. पहले रेज्यूम जाएगा, बाद में आप जाओगे. तो इफ योर रेज्यूम इज सिलेक्टेड देन ओनली यू वुड बी सिलेक्टेड. सो इन रेज्यूम एटलीस्ट यू शुड हैव समथिंग टू राइट. और तुमने लिख दिया मशीन लर्निंग और आता एम भी नहीं है तो भी जाओगे, है ना. तो कुछ अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट करने की सोचो, तभी फायदा होगा. एंड आई विल हेल्प यू इन दैट. एनी क्वेश्चंस? या तो कुछ समझ नहीं आया, सब कुछ समझ आ गया. जी जी बहुत बढ़िया है, बहुत ही बढ़िया. सर ने बहुत अच्छा बोला है. सर सुषमा स्वराज ने इतना बढ़िया बोला है कि सही में संस्कृत इतनी वर्सेटाइल लैंग्वेज है कि आप उसमें शिव जी की स्तुति है, और वो शिव जी की स्तुति रावण ने भी गाई है और राम जी ने भी गाई है. और जो राम जी ने गाई है वो बहुत सटल, बहुत स्वीट, बहुत पीसफुल. और रावण ने जो गाई है धड़क धड़क भदक भदक ऐसी वाली गाई है, तो समझ में आ जाता है वो रावण ने गाई है. दैट इज वाई सर संस्कृत इज बीइंग यूज्ड फॉर एनएलपी द मोस्ट. जो इंग्लिश इज वेरी एम्बिगुअस. जी सर, सुपर कंप्यूटर संस्कृत में ही बना है. और अभी भी जितने भी अमेरिकन हैं और चाइनीज हैं वो हमारी संस्कृत में ही घुसने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. बट अपन नहीं जान पा रहे हैं कि संस्कृत कितनी इंपॉर्टेंट है. Everybody is using Sanskrit because it is a very rule based language. अब आप लोग ने पट का पढ़ा होगा, पढ़ती पढ़ता पढ़ंती पढ़सी पढ़ता पढ़ा है ना. मध्यम पुरुष, उत्तम पुरुष, वो सब चीजें पढ़ी है. So it's so easy to translate Hindi to Sanskrit. और उसी को जब तुम इंग्लिश में करने बैठोगे तो ambiguities आ जाएंगे. There can be a translation, 2 or 3 translation of a single English or Hindi sentence. But in Sanskrit there would be only one. संस्कृत में कभी एम्बिग्विटी नहीं आएगी, बट इंग्लिश में देयर आर सो मेनी एम्बिग्विटीज एंड दैट इज व्हाई वी आर रिसर्चिंग ऑन ऑल दैट. संस्कृत इज अ ब्यूटीफुल लैंग्वेज इफ यू रियली वांट टू गेट इनटू. और सर अभी भी इतनी रिसर्च नहीं हुई है जितनी होनी चाहिए संस्कृत में, बिकॉज वी आर नॉट डूइंग इट. And for all those who really want to get into some project, kaggle.com is a website, Kaggle, you can write it down, Kaggle.com. Kaggle.com is a website in which you can take a lot of data sets, because machine learning all deals with data sets. If you don't have data sets, you won't be able to work on anything. So Kaggle.com gives you a lot of data sets. और machine learning के लिए आपको कंप्यूटर बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग चाहिए, बहुत अच्छी पावर का चाहिए. So उससे बेटर एक collab, colab.com एक वेबसाइट है, which is in fact that is a cloud platform which is given by Google. You can directly code on that. अपने Gmail की credentials use करिए and start coding in Python there. Okay? That's it from my side. No further questions then? No? बोलो. संस्कृत तो फिर पढ़नी पड़ेगी बेटा. अब तुम बोलो हम तेलुगु में पिक्चर देख लें तो नहीं हो पाएगा ना. तो बेटा इसीलिए पढ़ने की वो कोशिश कर रहे हैं, वो इसीलिए पढ़ने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, सो दैट माय ट्रांसलेशंस बिकम इजी. कैसा, किसको क्या रिप्लेस कर रहे हो? नहीं, संस्कृत से इंग्लिश में करोगे तो कभी नहीं आएगी. संस्कृत से हिंदी करोगे, हिंदी से इंग्लिश में करोगे. संस्कृत से इंग्लिश तो डायरेक्टली होएगा ही नहीं. संस्कृत से हिंदी करोगे, हिंदी से इंग्लिश करोगे. और संस्कृत इज, दैट्स व्हाट आई टोल्ड कि इट्स अ वेरी नॉन एम्बिगुअस लैंग्वेज. सो इसीलिए उसमें वो इजी है. हाँ, पार्ट ऑफ द स्पीच टैगिंग में बोला जाता है इट इज अ वेरी यू कैन से फुल ऑफ वर्ड्स लैंग्वेज. क्योंकि जैसे सर ने बोला ना, आप एक ही चीज 2 तरीके से बोल सकते हो. रावण की स्तुति और राम जी की स्तुति में धरती आसमान का फर्क है, बट देयर इज नो एम्बिग्विटी इन दैट. तो संस्कृत पढ़नी पड़ेगी फिर उस केस में, वरना तुम हिंदी में काम चला लो. हिंदी में भी एनएलपी होती है. बोलो. तो संस्कृत में क्यों घुसना है, हिंदी में करो ना. अरे नहीं बेटा, संस्कृत मैंने ये बोली कि बहुत सारे सुपर कंप्यूटर संस्कृत में बन रहे हैं, बट इफ यू वांट टू वर्क ऑन एनएलपी यू कैन वर्क ऑन हिंदी ना. पीओएस इन हिंदी, पीओएस टैगिंग इन हिंदी, लेक्सिकल एम्बिग्विटी इन हिंदी. या तुम छत्तीसगढ़ी में करो, ये इसमें कर लो, बुंदेलखंडी में. बुंदेलखंडी लैंग्वेज भी डिफरेंट है हिंदी से, तो बुंदेलखंडी में काम कर लो. पीओएस टैगिंग इन बुंदेलखंडी, तुरंत पेपर छप जाएगा. इसलिए तो हिंदी बोला ना यार, हिंदी की ग्रामर तो आती है ना, वो तो 12th तक पढ़ी ना, तो बस. हिंदी तुमको नहीं पढ़ने की जरूरत पड़ेगी भाई, हिंदी में ही बात कर रहे हैं अपन, तो हिंदी में हमारी सिंटैक्टिकल एरर्स नहीं होंगे। हम चाह रहे हैं कि मशीन में भी ना हो, इसलिए हिंदी में काम करने को कह रहे हैं। So if you are from different language, it's better you work on that. और किसी को कुछ नहीं बोलो? I think that would be the last question. कंप्यूटर विजन का एनएलपी से कोई रिलेशन नहीं है। बेटा बताते हैं, एनएलपी का जो आप ट्रांसफॉर्मर मॉडल बोल रहे हो, जो मैंने वर्ड एम्बेडिंग्स बताया था, वो उसके लिए यूज होता है। तो वर्ड एम्बेडिंग्स इज यू वांट टू हैव द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन टू वर्ड्स। व्हाट इज कंप्यूटर विजन? इमेज टू इमेज या इमेज टू टेक्स्ट? बोलो, इमेज टू टेक्स्ट। इमेज टू टेक्स्ट को क्या बोलते हैं? There is a difference between image processing and computer vision. Text to image, image to text, image to image, text to text, ये चार चीजें होती हैं। Text to text is pure NLP. ठीक, अगर तुम text to image या image to text लाओगे तो NLP का काम आएगा। Image to image में no work. इमेज टू इमेज में तो आप खाली उसको CBIR बोल सकते हो। जब तुम CBIR करना चाहोगे, इमेज टू टेक्स्ट, because I want to identify the objects which are present. CBIR is content based information retrieval, and you are identifying the objects. If you want to identify the objects, then NLP would be required. But image to image, no NLP is required. So that is why the people are coming using the transformer model, because NLP is there. Text जैसे ही आया तो NLP अपने आप आ जाएगी। NLP is mainly related to text. What you speak, what you write. It can be text, it can be speech. ठीक है? Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. It was really a motivating speech. स्टूडेंट्स ने भी नहीं सोचा था कि उनको इतना एक नए डोमेन से इंटरेक्शन हो जाएगा इस मीट के बाद। नो डाउट बहुत एनर्जेटिक है। कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा लगा मुझे कि मेरे और मैडम के विचार मिलते हैं। सेम स्टेटमेंट्स मैं स्टूडेंट्स को भी क्लास में कहता हूं कि फाइनल ईयर का प्रोजेक्ट धांसू होना चाहिए, बिकॉज आपका जो रिज्यूम है वो एक प्रकार से एडमिट कार्ड है, एंट्रेंस करने के लिए परमिशन है कि आप इंटरव्यू टेबल पर जाएंगे, लेकिन उसके बाद आपका प्रोजेक्ट ही आपका इंटरव्यू है। आपका इंटरव्यू क्लियर होना पक्का है, डैम श्योर है, अगर आपका प्रोजेक्ट सही है तो। सो थैंक यू मैडम फॉर गिविंग सच अ ग्रेट एनर्जेटिक स्पीच। मुझे कहीं ना कहीं लगा कि 40 मिनट बहुत कम हैं, हमें आगे और कई 40 मिनट मैडम के चाहिए होंगे। It's really a great and energetic session. Heartily thanks to you for giving such a great session, madam. Thank you very much. Dear students, इसके बाद आपके सारे सेशंस ऑनलाइन होंगे। जो इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के 2 पैरेलल सेशन ऑनलाइन होंगे, 2 से 5 2 लाइन पर ये सेशंस चलेंगे। सो आप इसके बाद ये सेशंस को 2 से 5 अटेंड कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। और कल भी सेशन के टाइमिंग है जो आपके व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में क्लास टीचर्स के थ्रू शेयर कर दिए जाएंगे। सो आपके प्रेजेंस के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, थैंक यू। आपका अगर स्नैक्स का पोर्शन अभी बाकी हो तो यू कैन टेक योर
लिंक ग्रेजुएशन सीट।
फिजिकल सेशन को आपकी परमिशन और गेस्ट की परमिशन से हम यही टर्मिनेट करते हैं। हम गेस्ट के साथ C11
मॉडरेटर है ना।
थैंक यू वेरी मच।
आप शेयर कर दो एक बार। हाँ हाँ, ताकि उनको वो बोलेंगे ना कि ये उनके लिए शीट है और वो एडिटेबल है, इसलिए ऑथेंटिक पर्सन को शेयर करना है ना। वो भी